forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, keep up to date with all our videos. That way right when we upload them, you get to watch it, be the first, all that good stuff. So the main topic of today's video is just everything with grip strength. Forearm strength, hand strength, stuff like that, just to really help add more to your jiu-jitsu game. And obviously the better your grips are, the more confident you are with chokes, you just feel better overall when you're rolling. Now before we actually get into the specifics on how to improve your forearm strength, one thing to understand, it's very easy to overwork, to overtrain. You can really hurt yourself. I've done it way too many times where I overwork it, and then over time, it'll go up into your wrist, you'll feel wrist pain, you won't really understand what's going on, you'll think it's your wrist, but really it's just your forearms are like tight as just completely like piano wire. It's insane. So be mindful of overtraining. And also, really just as a side, if you're training consistently, if you're lifting consistently, like weight training, you're gonna get good strength. You're gonna get good forearm strength. Just simply going to the gym, picking the weights up, racking it, doing whatever you're doing, you're gonna get strong. But obviously I understand the benefit of being more specific with it, and that's what I'm gonna go over today. So I've broken it up into like 4 parts today, where basically we're gonna go over tools that you can use, that you can just buy that were designed for grip training. You have just regular, you have plates, dumbbells, you also have body weight, and then finally if you just have something where it's like a movement, just simple movements, just standing around you can do, where you don't need any equipment, nothing. So the first are being tools, right? So things that you can just use and buy off Amazon. So for example, we got the first one, which is just like basic rings you can buy anywhere. But anyway, so we have the first thing, which are rings. These are just like Everlast rings. They come sometimes in a packet of 4, where you got like maybe, I think it's like 3. You got small, medium, and heavy, like in terms of its strength. This one's, I think, in the medium. So essentially all it is, very simple tool. You just kind of squeeze it, hold, you can do reps with it. This was just like one example of a tool. There's another one. This one's actually pretty good. This one's called the Grip Saver Plus. So if you guys just look at it, it looks kind of funny. You're probably like, what the hell, what's this for? So essentially what it is, it's, because what people a lot of times forget about forearm training, why they plateau, is because they'll work the one major spot of the forearm, but they completely ignore the opposite end. Man, did this make a huge difference once I implemented in my training. It's night and day, it really is. So what this covers is not only the squeeze of this forearm, but also on the top. So basically what I'm gonna do is just put this on. So here you go, it looks kind of funny, but essentially what it is, so you squeeze, you can do hold, you can pump, and then you can also expand the finger. Do you guys see that? That goes right up to the top over here. And that's incredible when you can do that combo. This is where it's at right here. Because most things are only designed for one side. Meanwhile, this one actually targets both. It's actually really, really nice. And believe me, it does get tough. Like I'm already actually starting to feel it. So it's just simple, squeeze, expand the fingers. That's why these go on the fingertips, just like that. Nice and easy. They got a nice little nub there, a little tiny thing you can use to peel and take off your finger. So you squeeze, open, squeeze, open. Moving on now into just weights that you can use if you're not really into the whole gadgets and all that stuff. And me personally, I do enjoy using weights a little bit more. I don't know, it's just a little more simple, and I just like the simplicity of it. Have yourself some weights. Don't go too heavy, because unless your grip is really that crazy strong. But for the most part, this is actually really, really tough. So all you're gonna do is grab a plate. Don't use the grooves. It's gonna get fully cheating. So all you're gonna do is just take your hand, or rather your finger, and just pinch the weight, and just let it hang. And then grab a second one as well, and then just hold. Well, this is me being a bit of a stickler, but always make sure you retract your shoulder blades, engage your core, lock everything, make things tight, engage your glutes as well, and then just hold it. If it starts to get very easy, you can just rotate back and forth, nice and easy. And this will actually make it very, very hard. Keep in mind, however, you don't want to overtrain. So when you do these kind of things, put a timer on it. Honestly, you don't have to go too crazy. I'm a big believer in consistency. So you don't have to have 2-3 times a week going nuts. I'd rather do it every day, every other day, but with a decent amount of weight that I actually feel something working, but it's not gonna tear my forearms. Again, forearms are very easily overtrained, especially if you're doing jiu-jitsu, you're doing weight training, and you're doing these on top of it, it will add up, so just be mindful. Now for one more addition to the weight training, it's gonna be the dumbbell. So this one is my favorite, hands down, for sure. I just find it's challenging, but it's simple at the same time. It's not gonna destroy my forearms, which allows me to just keep training, because again, I train pretty often, so I train often and I weight train, so I don't really need to go too crazy with the workouts. So this I find to be a beautiful balance, and the best part is it covers my entire forearm. It takes care of, I have an exercise for every single part of my arm. So I just feel like I'm more balanced. My arm is more balanced. I'm not completely lopsided where I have an arm this big and this side is super thin and like flimsy, right? So let's start off with the first one. So all we're gonna do is just go into a combat base. So we go into a combat base, rest your forearm against your knee, and all you can do is let the dumbbell roll on the fingertips, and then just pull it back. I'm sure most of you guys have seen this. So make sure you curl it, bring it back down, curl it, bring it back down, curl it. You can do any rep range you'd like. I find 20 to be a good number. And if it burns too much before, then just stop, just keep track of it. That's your benchmark. And then next time you do it, try to aim for a little bit higher. 20 seems to be like a good amount though. So you go for it, curl. Once you've done 20, literally all you're gonna do, because we've covered this side, flip it over. Now we're gonna cover the top. Watch as I bend my arm down and then flex it up. Bend my arm down, flex it up. If you find that you're shaking too much, you can actually hold your arm stable. Flex it up nice and strong. Keep your hands squeezing the whole time. This one's a fantastic one actually. So once you do 20 of that, so we have 20, then 20. Now we're gonna take it standing for the last two. Now for the last two, so we have the bottom, top, and then we do sides. Now watch what's gonna happen here. That's why I grab a dumbbell that's of a reasonable weight, because this one is tough. If it's too heavy, you can't do it. So basically just grab the bottom, just like this. Grab it with your hands and squeeze. This alone is actually pretty tough. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna hang by your side, dip the dumbbell down, and then curl it up as far as you can without, doing like a bicep curl. So point down and then curl up. Point down, curl up. Again, try to go up to 20 as best you can. Once you've done 20, the last one, just do the exact same thing on the top. Grab a nice grip, same thing. Point down, bring it up. Point down, bring it up. Point down, bring it up. That way now you've covered your whole arm. And again, this one I do pretty consistently, and it's not hard. That's the thing. It's not difficult, and that's not supposed to be insanely hard. It's just a good amount for my forearms to feel pumped. I feel good and just healthy. I find that it makes my forearms healthy. So when I'm training, I don't get any insane injuries like I used to. I used to get injuries a lot in my forearms because it'd be so pumped on this side. It would go up into my wrist would hurt, and I wouldn't get what's going on. It'd drive me insane. So once everything starts to balance out, I start to release my forearms, then everything starts to come into play. So almost coming to a close. We got just two more left. So this one's gonna be hangs. Now we would have actually gone to the weight area, but right now with his renovations going on and stuff, so we can't use it. So lucky for us, we have some rings. You can use rings or just like a regular pull-up bar, no problem. So pretty much it's very simple, just grab a hold and hang. But there is one fundamental difference, and it's the structure of your body. Always make sure when you're weight training, doing all those kind of stuff, position your body structurally first, and then initiate the activity. Otherwise, you're gonna have something off, and you might be fine in the beginning, right? Well, over time, some injury will happen because everything's just off alignment. So make sure you structure first and then go for it. So there's two kinds of hangs. There's a hang that just kind of decompresses your back, allows your shoulders to stretch. That's not the kind we're doing. We're doing an engaged hang. So a dead hang will just literally grab a hold of whatever you're holding on to, whether it's a pull-up bar or rings, and just literally just hang. Literally just hang. So see, I'm not doing anything. I'm not activating anything. I'm just letting my body sag as much as I can, which is fine. It's okay. But if you want to get like the most out of it, just watch what I'm going to do. All I'm going to do is, if you look at my body from the side, instead of letting my shoulders come all the way up to my ears, I actually want to pull my shoulders back and imagine my shoulder blades locking in. I'm just going to kind of lock them in place. Once I lock them in place, we're pretty much good to go. So from here, lock them in place, and then hang. So watch the difference. Grab a hold of the rings, get into your position. Watch, I'm going to sag, and then I'm going to engage. And once you engage, it's a totally different experience. It's going to burn a lot quicker. And what's going to happen over time, you're going to give out, which is, it's okay, it's fine. But always make sure you initiate your shoulder blades, get everything nice and locked. And it's a totally different experience. Just as an additional thing, when it comes to the hanging, you can do gi hangs or gi pull-ups. And pretty much, I don't know if I could do it with the rings, but if you imagine if I had like a pull-up bar, you just pretty much open up the gi and take one over top of it so that it sits just like that. That way you can grab both sides of the lapel, and you can use that for pull-ups, you can use it for a hang. For this, I wouldn't really know how it would do. Just probably just squeeze it through this way. Yeah, probably squeeze it through that way and then hang. Yeah, exactly, just like that. Me personally, I tried doing this for a little bit. I don't like them, simply because when you're training and you're going for chokes, you're going for grips, the style of the sport makes your fingers not bend in the correct way all the time. Like they're always sometimes going out this, like if you kind of look at my fingers closely, they kind of have a weird shape to them. They kind of curve out this way, they curve out that way. And over time, you just get a lot of joint pain. I find this is just literally that. It's just giving me a lot of joint pain with my body weight on it. Right now, maybe it doesn't hurt you. And if it doesn't hurt you, it's great. It's a great supplement because it's the real thing. It's actually lapel. But for me personally, I just find it hurts my fingers way too much. If you want extra additional training with this, you just put like these, there's like these plastic molds that you attach and it makes the grip fatter, right? And that is actually a really good thing because the wrist isn't as thin as this unless you're rolling with like a 2-year-old. Last one, final one, and we're done. Don't underestimate this one. It looks really easy. It looks like it's nothing. I'm telling you, it's hard. You can do it right there if you guys are watching this on your laptop or desktop, whatever. You're sitting in a chair, I bet. Try this out. It's gonna burn 100%. That's if you do it with 100% accuracy and you do it properly. So all you're gonna do, very easy, just start off, arms forward, palms down. You're gonna make a fist, so squeeze, and then you're gonna open up your fingers like hard and fast, as far as they can stretch. So not like that. You wanna stretch them out fast, close them fast, close them fast. Now, me just doing that for a few seconds, I actually really feel it. Right? I'm starting to get the burn going. Now, you could put it for a timer. Just put a timer, 1 minute, 30 seconds. It's gonna be subjective, right? Because everyone's forearms are different in terms of their strength. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna start off palm down. So the order is palm down, palm up to the sides, and then palm forward to the top. And again, I'm being a stickler. Shoulder blades locked, engaging your core, engaging your glutes. And again, just go through this, put a timer on it. It's no joke. It actually really burns like crazy. There we go, an entire video on just some basic ideas on how you can get some good grip training in to supplement your jiu-jitsu. Again, I'm probably just going over this too much, but remember, don't overtrain the form. It's very easy to overtrain. Constantly maintain it, massage it, work it, and don't just get obsessed over one side. You have to balance it out to get more harmony in your forearm. Otherwise, you're gonna plateau. You're gonna plateau and you're not understanding what's going on. And you're gonna think it's because you're not training enough, which is probably the worst rabbit hole you can get into, okay? So remember, work the whole forearm. Consistency is key, right? Intensity is good. It definitely is good. It has its place. But I'm a big believer in just being consistent all the time. And believe me, you're gonna get really powerful. Final announcement is gonna be about the seminar that I mentioned about two videos ago. So it's confirmed, February 1st. So February 1st, we're having our very first seminar. It's called Concrete Guard Passing. I mean, it's gonna be just filled with all the concepts I know that I've been taught and I've also thought about and experienced through competition, just training in general, just having a love for the sport. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be about 2.5 hours. For those that want more information on it, but before I actually get to that, it's gonna be whoever lives in the Toronto area will know what I'm talking about when I say it's going to be located up in Keswick. So if you guys are in the area and you want to actually go to it and you want to know more information about it, head over to our Instagram. You'll actually see the poster there and it has everything you need to know from price, location, and there's also a limited amount of space too, given the actual size of the mat area. So that's going to be at Stasis Jiu-Jitsu. Follow us, you can check it out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you on the next video.